So I'm recording this so that we can post it. Okay. So I'll just start in, and I don't really, honestly, I have nothing prepared for this because I don't know, it's Monday and I don't have like really a system of how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to show you what I would do if I were going to sit down and just do it. That's the best way I can do, really. So every day I don't do the same exact thing. I'm trying to get this. It's so weird. I can see. Okay. I just basically would sit down and I would typically I have my Teamsy pulled up. This is the other day because I have not logged anything for today, and I was saving most of my power hour for tonight. So my dashboard's going to say 0. So then I will go to my Facebook page sometimes, and this is so hard to do because this little thing's in my way and I don't really know how to get rid of it. Let me see if I can get rid of you. Remove. Oh, cancel. That's not what I want to do. Okay. I'll just try to deal with it. Okay. So let me get out of this. Okay. So what I would do, let's add people first. And I know you guys know how to add people, but one thing. Hi, Carlita. Hey, girl. Okay. One thing I would do is, so for instance, there's one person that I've been thinking about I need to add because I know this person really well, and he just got married to a girl, and I heard that she's really, fitness is her passion, and I don't know how to figure out how to see who he's married to. But so I'm going to go to that if I can find her, and I'm going to add her. That's one person I was going to add. Okay, so I won't add her into Teamsy until she accepts my friend request. At that point, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and add her because I think she'll accept my friend request. And if she doesn't, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm going to go so at this point, I added her. Now I'm going to go into Teamsy. So you just kind of go back and forth. You guys can see this, right? Okay, so then now you're going to go back and forth. I'm going to see if I can read it. Okay, so I'm going to hit add contact, and her name is Alicia Pryor. So I add the contact. That's it. It's done. She's in there. And now I could message her if I wanted to, and I could connect with her. But she hasn't accepted me yet, so I'm going to wait until she accepts me before I do a message. But I would probably say something like, can you guys mute yourself? Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit of feedback. I would probably just say something like, hey, how are you? Congratulations, because I know she just got married. And then I would connect with her that way because I know her husband and I know her grandparents and blah, blah, blah. I could connect a lot with her. So that's an easy one. Okay, so then now I added her. So I've got one ad. You can see that. Now I'm going to go back to my Facebook because that's going to be where I'm going to add. So let's say, they showed this on another power hour. So let's go to Skinny. This is just one way of doing it that you can find a way to connect with people. So let's go to Skinny Taste because that's what a girl had recommended. You could go to any kind of recipe network, whatever. You could go to anything that you wanted that you think you could connect with people. So everybody loves food, but I do like to cook. And if you do, like to look at new recipes and stuff, this would be a good way. So you can go here. And I know this seems kind of weird, but here's one way you can connect with people. So you can go to, you can find something that you like or connect, that you feel like I don't know, I feel like this isn't the same one that I looked at before. Okay, so here's this lady. So obviously we don't have any mutual friends. So I'm going to go to this girl and I'm going to message her because I'm not going to add her yet because obviously we have no mutual friends. So it's you don't really want to add them because they're going to think you're really weird. So I'm going to just message her and talk to her about this site. So I'm going to say hey, Amanda. I see that you like Skinny Taste recipes. Do you use them often? I am new to this site and love finding new recipes. And I saw your comment on the avocado toast recipe with kale.
Hey, before you finish that, it says, I am new to this site and loving finding new recipes.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm a stickler
No,
for
you're
that.
fine. You're fine. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, we got Jamie on the grammar tonight. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
I teach third grade, all right?
Hey,
So
you gotta do it. You gotta do it. That's good. Usually I do proofread them, but okay. This is kind of weird. I mean, this is really easy to do, but normally I don't like obviously message with everybody watching, which is no big deal, but I'm like, this is my first time doing this, so I'm hoping that I can like show you guys some good stuff here. But okay, so and I saw your comment on the avocado toast recipe with kale. Looked great. Hope you had a good Monday. That's it. Short and sweet. Okay, so she might message me back. She might not. Whatever. I'm not going to add her into anything because I don't know. I'll add her as a friend if we get to talking back and forth. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time on that, but that's just one way you can reach out to people that way. So find somewhere like maybe, like I love music, I love Eric Church, I love Blackberry Smoke. I could go to one of those sites. Like I could easily go to Brothers and Sisters, which is the Blackberry Smoke site that I love. And so I could connect with someone. That's not it. Brothers and Sisters. There it is. Okay. And I could go on here really easily and connect with someone this way. And I actually connected with someone the other day, and I'll just tell you real quick, I'm not going to do it, but there was a guy that had posted about one of the band members and how he was having a really rough time. And that band member no longer has Facebook. So I inquired to this guy about it because I really was concerned about what was going on with him. With Richard. This is Richard here, the bass player. Anyways, he messaged me back and let me know that he was having some issues with his son and his wife and getting his son and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, that was kind of neat. So I connected with him. And there's a lot of stuff I know about this band and I know who these girls are and stuff. So anyways, I could easily find, and I haven't done this, and that just made me think I should do that. I should connect with a few people on here because that's an easy way to connect with people. So find something that you like, whether it's like animal site, like maybe a dog group that you're a part of or some kind of group. I think it's great to really be active in that group, comment, message people, make relationships that way. It's a perfect way to add to your network without feeling like you're just constantly adding people on Facebook and adding, but you're not really taking it to the next level. Because if you're not doing anything with those people you add, then you're not really going to get anywhere with them if you're not trying to form them, but plus find other ways to connect with them. So like one thing I could do to do a message, let me see if anybody liked my post. Okay, so here's one. I don't even know this girl. Deanna, what's her? Okay, Deanna Wilson. Don't know her. Okay, so I have 15 mutual friends with this girl, and it's somebody I've added. She's from Bethany, Illinois. So I could easily message her and say something like, because she just liked my, so this is something I would do. She just liked my post from tonight. Hey girl, how are you? Hope you had a good Monday. Thanks so much for liking my post tonight on my post tonight, my dinner post, I guess I should say, which I really say supper. So I should say supper post. Thanks for liking I was going to say post tonight. And then let me think of what I could say to her. So sometimes you can go to their page. You can see if there's something else that you can connect with them Oh, there's an Elf on the Shelf thing. So I commented on one of the sites. Did you get it? Okay, so I'm going to comment. I'm going to talk to her about that because we use Elf on the Shelf and I like it. And a lot of people have been posting about that. So I appreciate it. I saw that you shared something. Elf on the Shelf. We have an elf. We have had an elf a few years now, and it's so fun. Did you get one? Hey girl, how are you? Hope you had a good Monday. Thanks so much for liking my post. We have had an elf for a few years now, and it's so fun. Kids love it. Did you get one? I guess she has kids. I'm assuming, yes, there's kids in the picture. Okay, so there you go. So I just messaged her. Now, I don't know that I always message somebody that fast, but it never hurts because you always want to go back to the people that have liked your stuff. Because if they're liking your stuff, that means obviously they're seeing you. They must like you, or they like, and I'm sure that's not the first post she's seen of me because I don't know how long we've been friends, but I'm assuming for a while because that's not a recent name that I've just added. And another thing, I was talking to a girl the other day and she said something like, yesterday actually, I was talking to Wendy Martin and she's another coach under another team. But anyways, she had said that, when you send these bulk messages like this, if you sit down, and this can go really fast. And then I need to go to Teamsy and I forgot to do that when I was going back. But, and I forget what that girl's name was. What was her name? Deanna Wilson. So she should be in my thing. So if I go to search, there she is. So I've already added her because I'll add people on Facebook and then I don't add them to my Teamsy every single day. I'll go back like after a week and I'll add like 10 people or 15 or 20 people to my Teamsy and then I'll have them all there. But instead of just adding them one by one, I don't always do it because I don't always catch who's accepting my friend request right away. So anyways, what I was saying real quick is she said, when you send out those messages like that, and then you do like an awesome post, so you like maybe do a call to action post, well, they've got your message now. So you've planted like that seed and you're starting to build that relationship. And then now they've seen your post and they're just going to pay more attention to your stuff. They're going to appreciate it more. It's going to stick out to them. They're going to recognize you because obviously if you added them and they don't really know you and you don't know them very well, if you're like everybody else, like when I add people, just like that girl, I have no idea who this Deanna girl is. And when I added her and I don't know. And I'm sure if I would do Teamsy correctly, as far as adding the people when I get them, which isn't very practical, but it could be done, I guess. Then it would say maybe the date that she joined, maybe. I don't really know if it does. So anyway, so here's Deanna. So I'm going to write that I connected with her. I did a Facebook message. I didn't do an invite. She is a prospect. So I leave it there. I don't change it to customer and I hit log connect. That's it. I don't type anything. I don't add an email. I don't care about that stuff. All I care is that I'm tracking my stuff for the day. So there's one prospect I have and my goal is 4 for the day, which I typically go over that. So if you want to you can do it that way. Like I've been doing, you can go to your post and you need to do that. You need to go to your post. You need to see who's liking your stuff. And then you need to, or go to your Facebook friends, kind of scroll around and look around. But if you don't want to waste a lot of time and you want to be super effective, then you can go to, here's prospects. So here's these people that are here. So you can skip these. And this is my list. So you can skip anybody you want. I'm going to skip her. And you shouldn't skip them. But okay. So I'm going to go to this girl because I'm going to do her next. So I'm going to click on her because I haven't reached out to her and I meant to. Okay, so it's clicked on her name. I'm going to do a connect and I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I know what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to send the message next. And I'm not, let me think here. I think I will do an invite to her because I don't know. I know her enough that I feel like comfortable enough to do an invite. To my challenge group. So I selected challenge group for this one and I'm going to hit log connect. Is Jessica Survey on here? Is she? Anybody? Yes? No? I can't see you guys. I can't see who's on here. She is. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Jess. Sorry, I can't see anybody now. I can only see Jamie Wheeler. Oh, there you are, Jess. Okay, so I'm going to message Samantha Allen because you didn't, right, Jess? We talked about this.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to message her. She is a patient of mine, and she's a really good friend of Savannah Kennett that was in our group and stuff. That's like a rock star. Okay, so I'm going to hit, did I already do this? Hit invite, select invite, and challenge group. I don't know if I logged that already. Anyways, I'm doing too many things. Okay, yeah, I already did. Okay, so then I'm going to go to her on here. Pick her. Oh, see, this girl messaged me back. She's like, LOL, good, how are you? Yes, I did share elf stuff. My kids are both over it now at 14 and now 11, so we just sold ours to a friend. Funny times. Okay, so I'll talk to her later. But so some people are going to respond to you, but you have to keep those outgoing messages, just like I said, because then people are going to recognize your posts. They're not going to really pay attention to them if you necessarily, they will sometimes. Like I got a lot of feedback off of my 3-day refresh post that I did last night. I had a girl purchase that I have no idea who she is, but I was friends with her. She commented, we started talking, and she ordered it. So it makes a really easy invite for me for my challenge group now for even I could even invite her after. I'll invite her right after she finishes the refresh. And it's a good way to just connect with somebody that way. That's why those before and after for refresh pictures are so crucial, I think, and helpful because you can use the same one each time. You don't have to you don't have to have a new picture every single time you do it. And I'm obviously not doing the refresh right now. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it, I think, January 2nd. But I think it's okay still to promote it. But I know it's hard to promote something you're not necessarily doing, but you've done it before. Most of us have done it before, so you can at least share about it. And we really can't expect to do it every single time that like we run a group because it's just not feasible really. Because I only like to do it like every 3 months. I think that's like plenty because that's, I don't know, the last refresh I did, I thought like I was going to die. Okay, so I'm going to say, hey girl, how are you? Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Haven't talked to you in a while. I'm going to ask her about her oils because Jessica Servi helped her with her oils. How are your oils going? I have been using mine a lot. I'm not going to invite her actually. So anyways, I just changed my mind, but we have had sinus crap. They seem to be helping. On Guard is my fave. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay. I'm going to ask her about her TMJ too because she had some TMJ. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then I would log that if I wouldn't have already, which I didn't end up inviting her, but I will. Okay, so, and I know some of this, like you guys know what you're doing, but I just thought maybe it would help you to see how I sometimes just go about it. And I never have like a system like, okay, I mean, if you want to stick to your Teamsy system and you're feeling like you're not jumping out of your comfort zone and you're not just messaging like you should be, then it's good to use this prospect list. Here's your customer list and then your coaches. And these are the coaches that are in my downline. And if you haven't set up Teamsy, then do that. And then it'll tell you how to upload everything, all of your Facebook contacts and everybody into your Teamsy. And you have everybody in one place. That's why you have to add those contacts when you add someone new on Facebook, or say you get a new customer given to you because you're hitting Success Club. You have to go in and manually add those people each time. So like I could go to my orders and I could see my customer orders. Well, what the heck? Okay, and then I could go here and look at my orders and maybe add like this Mark Palmer, but my assistant actually keeps track of all my new customers and she puts them in a document so that, and she emails my free customers for me so I don't mess with that as much. And then I just go into the document into my Google Drive and I will upload them that way manually, but you have to do it manually once you automatically upload everybody. Okay, so let's do another one. Let me see who else liked this. Okay, so I'm going to message, let me think. I'm going to message this girl because I'm going to check in with her because she's a customer of mine. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? I just saw her. Oh, there she is. And she bought Country Heat. Okay, so this is super easy. Like, I don't even, like, I know her well enough. I don't need to, like, chit chat with her. I just can ask her and straight up send it to her. So there's just kind of a difference with, you just got to figure out what is, you know, your, like, style kind of. And I don't think Holly Lemons is on the call, is she? Anyone? Am I frozen? I can't see.
No, she's not on.
Okay, sorry, I can't see you guys. And I think Jess was frozen and she's the only person I could see. Okay, anyway, she was, let me think of where I was going with this. She messaged me last night and she was sending me her messages that she had been sending because she feels like she's losing people with the, when you get to money, which isn't that everybody's objective. So we all get that. We all understand that. And she felt like she was kind of losing them when she started talking about the program and what kind of program they liked. So I feel like you don't always do the same thing. It's not like every single person I have this like complete system that I know exactly what I'm going to do. It's just, sometimes it's like, it depends if I have a lot of time. If I have a lot of time and I'm just sitting here and it just depends on what kind of mood I think sometimes you're into and as to how you respond to someone's message. Because sometimes I might be a little bit more short with someone, but other times I might like give a little bit more info, or it just depends. And it kind of depends on how the conversation goes. So it's just not going to be the same. And I try to it's just hard to say, okay, this is exactly what I do. But sometimes I'll just go, like, obviously I'm not going to message somebody about my Christmas tree post that I put up because like I'm not going to really talk much about that. But if someone liked my post, and I'll go through the likes of who liked it, because someone who doesn't maybe like my fitness posts, because I have a lot of friends, I feel like, who might not like my fitness posts, but they like my other random posts that I put up. Therefore, you can go there, and it's a good way just to trigger your memory. Like, okay, I could message this person. And so I could like breeze through here and I could find somebody that, like this girl, she was supposed to order a challenge pack and she never, she wanted to do it, but she's liked a few of my posts lately. So I'm going to reach out to her. And of course I keep saying, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, because it was just Thanksgiving. But normally I would say whatever else, like, I don't know, just something else to start the conversation. I'm trying to get a good start on shopping. Still can't get it all together. Okay. So have you thought about doing our group? I hadn't checked back with you in a while. And I don't like to say, really, I don't really like to bring up Shakeology or Beachbody in like an initial message, but she was interested in Shakeology, so I'm not afraid to say that. Hey, how are you? Hope things are good. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. It's hard to talk and type and try to. I'm going to ask this so I don't seem like I'm just jumping right into. Maybe I'll ask her if she went Black Friday shopping. And feel free to for you guys to be doing this while I'm doing it. I meant to tell you that at the beginning. Like, I feel like you can kind of listen, because this stuff is like not that hard. You guys know like how to message somebody, but it's just, I'm just kind of showing you ways how I go through to figure out how I'm going to message. And then sometimes one thing leads to another, and I message somebody, and then maybe someone would like my post, and it would come up at the corner left, or at the bottom left of my screen, and it would say so-and-so liked your post. And then that might trigger me to go to them to message. And like, sometimes most of the time I'm just all over the place if I'm actually sitting here to do my messages, and I can usually shell it out pretty quick. I try to find some stuff, but not much luck. I'm going to say that I feel like that seems kind of blah. So I'm going to change this to, have you thought any more about doing our group? Okay, I think she was interested in Country Heat accountability group. Okay, there you have it. Okay, so I'm going to go to Teamsy. I'm going to type her in, Christine Makowitz. She's a prospect. I connected with her. I did a Facebook message, and I invited her, and I did a challenge group invite. Very good. Okay, so then let's see if there's anybody else that will trigger my mind. Just dumped water down my face. Do you guys have any questions? Just like pop them off if you do. Or is this how you guys do it? Or maybe you have some other great system that you do?
I don't necessarily have a great system by no means, but like with Teamsy and everything, I literally unless there's somebody that pops in my head that I really need to talk to, I literally just go down my list of people because it makes it easy for me. And plus, you don't have to think about it. You just pick the next person.
You're right. Yes.
So totally right. I know that you had one that maybe you skipped, and some of those that I do skip are like guys that might be in their 50s or 60s that you just know that probably aren't going to, it'd be awkward for a 30-year-old married woman to message them, I mean, you got to think of it sometimes that way too, but so I like what you're doing, especially like when we get to the point where we don't have that many people that we're adding, that we could go into those different groups and everything and start messing around in there. But I really do like the fact that in Teamsy, they just randomly give you people.
Yes, it is nice. Yeah, and really that's I mean, honestly, that's probably your best way, is if you're going to use Teamsy, then to utilize it and to get the best what's the word I'm looking for? Like to get your, I don't know, just the best, I guess, out of it, is the best thing to do is to go in there and do, like she said, and go to your prospects. And then you can nail them out. Like, I know that my prospects are 4, I've already done it, but like I can usually go, I'm not going to do this girl because I'm not, Jessica Servi would probably connect with her. So I'm going to skip her. This girl just checked me out at Walmart. I could easily go and message this girl really quickly. She's a prospect. And I could just say something, whatever, to make conversation with her. As far as my customers, so now I need to work on my customers. Then I click over and I go to customers, and then I just start in, which I don't know why this girl's on here because I don't think she is a customer. But so, and like some of these people, I don't even know. And honestly, a couple of these probably wouldn't be in my Facebook if I went to message them, because some of them are going to be free customers and they're not going to show up in my Facebook because I'm not Facebook friends with them. So Rebecca Allen, who's that? I don't even know who that is. So sometimes you kind of have to like go, it just depends. Like I said, she's not even in here. So that makes it a little difficult sometimes, but that's one way that you can do it to where you can go and scroll through and see. Same thing with coaches, and then follow up. So when you go to message, and you guys might know this, but it's easy to do a follow up. So like this girl, I was going to follow up with her on October 13th, which I didn't really have. I didn't invite her. but I'm thinking about inviting her. So I could go ahead and send, what I was going to do is I had sent a follow-up just to kind of like follow up with her and inform her and say hello again kind of thing. So I could go into, and I'll show you when you go to type, I'm not going to type a conversation to her, but I could hit connect and I could hit Facebook message and then I could hit invite because I'm going to, actually, I think I don't remember what post, but I remember her liking one of my posts, but I don't know. So I'm going to say challenge group and I'm going to log connect, but you can actually change the follow-up to when you want to follow up with them. So if you're going to do an invite, you probably want to follow up with them in like a couple days. It just kind of depends. If your group, my group's obviously our group has already started, but like if you knew your group was starting in like a week and a half and you were trying to get everybody going, then you might really want to follow up in 2 days. Now, I don't know that I necessarily need to follow up with her in 2 days. I would think like a week would be fine. I'm at Success Club. I'm not really trying to get her in this group necessarily unless she's just like, yes, I want in. But that way I don't forget about her. And so I can see, I just messed that up. Okay, I can say in 1 week. Okay, so I can log the connect and then I'm going to go to her and I might even just see what's on her page if there is anything. Okay, so there's her Thanksgiving. So I could just maybe say something about that because she lives in the area that I live in and I could maybe just connect. Obviously, she had Thanksgiving in Ramsey, so I could connect about that maybe. So see, last time I messaged her, we were just talking back and forth. I like didn't really ask her any questions. It just kind of fizzled out and that's okay. Cause she has liked my stuff since then. And she just maybe didn't have anything to say back to me. So I didn't really take that personal at all. And it looked like she was at some church or something. I don't really know. Maybe not. Maybe a house. Maybe it was her parents. Okay. And I'm going to say I only had 4 Thanksgivings to go to. LOL. Hope you had a good Monday. Okay, short and sweet. Okay, so I already logged that one. Anybody have any questions real quick? I was trying to think of something else.
Hey, Tabitha.
Yes, Tammy, what's up?
Okay, so I have a question because I actually have 2 coaches in my group that are not technically my coaches. Their coach has completely dropped off. It was Haley.
Okay.
So they showed up in obviously when I imported over to TeamZ, they showed up, and they're in my challenge groups just for accountability because they've stopped building at this point.
Okay.
So they show up as coaches. Do you continue to follow up with them or what do you do?
Okay, so they're under you. They're in your downline, but they're not technically under you.
They're not in my downline. They were under Haley.
Okay.
And Haley basically quit.
Right. But Haley's still a coach, right?
She's still a coach. She's still technically a coach, but she
not
isn't.
Building.
Yeah, she's not doing anything with it, but she's maintaining her coach's fee and Shakeology and stuff. And so Amy kind of had picked them up. And the reason I have them is because, I have Heather. I was actually under Heather for a while, and then she quit building.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't, and Michelle is her sister and was under her. So I've had them in my group just for accountability. But should I follow up with them or?
I mean, it's up to you. They're not going to probably, it's good for them to be supported by somebody. So if you feel, because I've done that before, I have a couple girls that are in my group that they're under someone else, but their upline is just totally kind of left them high and dry. So it never hurts to just keep them involved. And if they decide that they want to build, then you could, I don't know, I even added one girl to my challenge or to my team page. And she's not even on our team, but she has a lot of potential. She's into fitness and she's wonderful, and she could do a lot with this business, but she just doesn't have the support. And I don't feel like she probably feels connected with our team, whereas those girls might not feel connected. I don't know. I'm not saying they don't feel connected with you, but they didn't sign up with you initially. So they probably feel kind of strange sometimes, it's just that awkward. And I don't know. I'm just wondering, because I feel like this girl isn't going to just start, I don't know. So she thought about jumping ship to get to our team, to jump with our team, but you have to wait 6 months. So it's kind of one of those things, you could, talk to them, encourage them to build if they want to, encourage them to join your groups and do stuff with you. And I don't think that's ever a bad thing, even though you may not even, they may never join you. You know what I mean? Does that answer your question?
Well, kind of. So, because Jamie hinted, because I had somebody else message me with a 3-day refresh, and she had been a coach and just resigned. But anyways, back to Heather and Michelle. So, because are they still technically on our team since they're?
Yeah, because they're in under Jamie's downline. So they're still under, but really, I mean, they're in Jamie's downline. She could take care of them, in my opinion. But you could definitely be there for them and support them and be, accountability or kind of success partner or something like that with them if they wanted to build. I don't think it's ever a bad idea to just add them to your group if they need accountability. And I think it's great to be there for somebody like that, if their upline's not running groups. And obviously Jamie would be there for them too. I just don't know what's going on there. I haven't, I'm not familiar with what's going on. I mean, sort of am, but not really.
I just felt like since they were on the same team, it wasn't like I was feeling, overall team. It'd be like if any of your direct downline was in one of my challenge groups because you weren't running.
Yeah. You mean like you don't want to offend anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're not going to offend anybody. In my opinion, you're the one running groups. You're the one that's still being consistent. And these people need a place. They need a home, for to go. So I definitely think that that's fine. I mean, if they wanted to step back in and build, then fine. They should, you know what I mean? But right now, I think it's fine for you to help them. I would. I think it's a good thing.
Thanks. I did have a customer, actually a friend, messaged me today about 3-day refresh.
Yeah.
And she wants to purchase it. And she goes, well, I purchase it for you. And I go, well, do you currently have a coach? Because she said she had Shakeology. And I was like, And she goes, well, technically I was a coach until recently. So if she has resigned, can they jump over to a totally different team?
Yeah, they can, but they have to wait 6 months.
6 months from her initial sign up, or
no, from when she quit. They have to wait 6 months. There has to be a 6 month gap in there. She could re-sign back up with her coach. Not that she would want to necessarily, but you can re-sign back up with your current coach. If say you get out and 2 months later, you're like, oh, I wish I would have not done that. Then you jump back in. But to jump ship, you have to wait 6 months to jump coaches. So at this point, she could, just get her involved in your groups and stuff. And then she might jump on board with you then at some point. That's what I would do.
Okay. Cause she wanted to be in the 3-day refresh group and she wanted to purchase the 3-day refresh.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, her coach is going to get credit for that 3-day refresh.
Well, not if she doesn't have a relationship. I mean, you just need to kind of find out. I had this conversation with another coach last night. You have to find out what the relationship is. I mean, is her coach currently running groups? That's something you want to find out. If the coach isn't running groups, then in my opinion, she's probably not really building her business. And if you're running a group and you're wanting to get someone involved and you're reaching out or you're whatever, connecting with this person and they're acting like they want to join you, then there you go. They need to switch coaches. But you kind of have to play that tastefully,
Right. I just know that there's kind of if you're in someone's group, you should be, whether it's a free group or not, you should kind of be signed up under them.
Right. And I've added other people before, like just rarely, but sometimes, but not very much. But I think that you just have to kind of figure it out and see where she's at with her, with her, whatever, her coach or whatever.
Well, she dropped out of being a coach. She's no longer a coach.
Right. With her upline coach, though, like you just have to see kind of what her relationship is with that person.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Yes. Anybody else real quick? I'm going to see if I can see you guys real quick. Oh, crap. I can't find you. Okay. So do you, dang it. There's a few of you. So do you guys want me to keep going? Like, are you guys working your power hour right now a little bit? Or are you like good with what I've told you? Because I'm happy to keep going, but I just don't want to sit here and like message a bunch and you guys be thinking, okay, this is like, I can do this. I don't know if there's anything else like that you can. I just feel like you have to be posted, kind of like what I said earlier. All this all goes hand in hand. You have to be adding people, and then you have to be messaging people to connect, and then you're going to have to be posting, because when you message those people, they're going to see your posts. They're going to connect with you more. You want to make, and with Facebook algorithm, the people that you're interacting the most with sees your posts. So I'm going to stop my sharing my screen here. So that might help too, because you have to be, that's why like, I really feel like, I know sometimes it feels like, okay, I'm promoting for this and I'm promoting for this, and I have a million things to promote for, and I feel like I'm clogging up my stuff. Whereas yesterday, I didn't wait till the prime time on Sunday night to post my refresh. I posted it at 3-ish or something. And it got a ton of like feedback, because sometimes I think that it just depends. I mean, Sunday is just a good day in general, I think, because people are on Facebook. It was, Thanksgiving weekend. People aren't doing much. They're sitting around on their phones, probably just hanging out. So that was a good thing, and it worked out well. But I just don't think you can ever invite someone to what we're doing too much. I mean, yeah, if you're doing every single post as a call to action post, or I wouldn't necessarily do a call to action post every single day. But that's why we're trying to line out our month and do like the refresh starts next Monday. And if you have someone involved, I would say if they order by tonight at the very latest, they probably would have it by Saturday. They might even have it by Friday, but I just don't know if I would chance it if they're wanting to start on Monday. But that's why, like, I really think the before and after for the refresh, next time you guys do it, make sure you take your pictures so that you can post them, because visual is people want to see that. If you just take a stock picture of 3-day refresh, like I had put it at the bottom of mine just so people could kind of see what it was or what comes with it, sort of, but no one's going to care. They don't know what that is. They don't know what your packets are. They don't know what you're doing, and they have no clue, and that doesn't catch their eye. But when people see those before and after pictures, and I started out with, you want to lose whatever, 4 to 8 pounds or whatever I said, in 3 days. And that's eye catching. So I have been like trying to focus on doing different posts and stuff. And that's one of the things Jessica Servi and I are going to do with the Diamond Internship. Like we're going to talk about posts and encourage her to maybe do a little bit more with her business side of business posts, because I know those are a little hard to do. And so we're also running a sneak peek next week. Don't forget that. I wrote that on the thing. Was that Tuesday night? No, the same night as it was at the third. Oh, we're running it the 3 days. Duh. Okay. So yeah, the same time as the refresh, which I need to get my butt in order and, get on the ball with that group, but I'll get it done. So try to start now. If you wait till the very end, you're thinking, oh crap, like I have no bites. I have no, I don't have a post together. So I like to really think about what I'm going to do. Maybe take periodically I'll take a selfie, or I'll take a picture and I'll think I'll use that for something, but I'm just not there yet. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. And then it's a good one sometimes to use for some of those posts that you don't have a picture for, but you need to come up with something kind of quick. So I would say start sharing about that. I've been trying to share at least a business post every single week, where you throw something in about the business, like where Jessica's doing the internship. That was, I tagged her in that. She might post about herself doing it, like her own post about her doing it. And that's a good way for her to throw out a business post. Just find some way, whether you earned $50 that week and you bought a new pair of pants or whatever it is, to just say, like, not that you want to talk about money, but just an easy way to say, like, I earned this much, and I, whatever, like, it's nice to be able to not feel guilty about buying myself something because I don't buy myself things, or however you want to word it. Something like that. Little things like that people are like, oh, I wonder what she's doing. Or they just kind of get a little bit more intrigued about that stuff, because I don't think we share about the business enough, just because I think it's hard to sometimes share about it. I'll be honest. It's just because it's hard to put it out there sometimes without being like, join my team, because I don't really like that. I'll be honest. I don't like that like hashtag join my team. I don't know why. I think because I've seen it so many times with other teams, and I think our company stands out and it's not so salesy. So I think that's why. And I'm not saying if you used that before, it's bad, because I probably used it. I'll about guarantee I used it at the beginning when I started. So not a big deal at all. I just don't think that intrigues people. Like, join my team doesn't make someone really want to join your team. I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't know. So you got to find other ways to kind of share about what you're doing, and that it's more than fitness, and that it's more than just us doing workout programs and drinking Shakeology, because those are awesome. And that's what keeps us healthy and have energy and all these wonderful things, and have those transformations. But that's not really, at the end of the day, that's not the full reason, why we're doing this. So I encourage you to find ways to share about that. And it's okay if you have to jump out of your comfort zone to do so. But those posts get people to just kind of check you out, and they're not going to message you. They're probably not going to message you and say, I want to do this. Like, you're never probably going to, not never, but most likely you're not going to get a lot of those messages that are like, I really want to do this. But I have had some messages randomly that are just like, what are you doing? Like, you seem like you just are really energetic about this, and you're excited and you love it and blah, blah, blah. Because I am excited about it, and I do feel like I show that on my page. So people pick up on that stuff, but you've got to be consistent with it. So anyways, that's kind of that. So those are the only two things really that are coming up that we need to promote for. So I would try to do your business post, and don't be afraid to do like one last kind of, you could do last call or however you want to word it, but one last kind of post about how you have one more spot or two more spots or whatever, because you're wanting to hit Success Club, most likely. So in order to do that, and I know it's the 28th and you have technically today would be 3 days if you have a few hours left tonight to do that. But you have the refresh to promote for if you have someone involved in that. I've even been offering, like I said this in my video last night, but I've been offering a $15 cash back to the refresh challenge pack, because I think it's too expensive. So if it's a $140 challenge pack, if you really want to get that person involved and you think that a $10 gift card or a $10 cash back would help them to go for it, then do it. But it's your business. You get to do what you want. That's the nice thing about it. But I just don't like, I think $160 challenge packs, by the time they get tax and shipping, which makes it $170 or whatever, it's like just kind of, especially around this time, it's a lot, I think, for someone to invest when they are thinking, I'm not going to stick with this right now. Anyways, so that's the other thing, is think about holiday tips and think about stuff that you can post that will help people to stick with it, because I know that I've already got that objection from a few people that wanted to do the refresh, and they said, no, they want to wait till after the holidays, which I really can't say I blame them for doing that, because it is a tough time to really stay. I can control it all, but I find that I can get my workouts in a lot easier than I can get my eating on track right now, with stuff coming up and parties and different get-togethers that you're having. But whatever it is, I thought about doing a post about like the fact that I'm going to challenge myself to not miss a workout up until Christmas, which I haven't missed haven't missed for Core de Force. I did take one day off and I used it as my active recovery day. So I technically didn't do active recovery that day, but so that's something that I've been sticking with my workout every single day, which is kind of a big deal for me because I struggle with that. As if I don't get out of bed in the morning, then sometimes it doesn't happen. But I'm finding that I'm feeling like a ton more motivated to keep going and to eat better and all those other things. So whatever it is that you can share about that's helping you, I think during this time, that's what people need right now. Because it's going to be hard and it's going to be kind of hard. But again, I think people will want to jump on board too. Some people will be like, oh yeah, they'll think it's good that we're being proactive and that we're doing it before we've packed on, 6 or 8 pounds or something. So anyways, anything you guys have?
I did want to add that I was doing my Hootsuite for my challenge group yesterday. And when you get in, sometimes when you add a new challenge group, it'll say, do you want to upgrade your plan?
Yes. Right.
Because you've got too many challenge groups in there. Just make sure this is just a tip. Make sure you go into your profile and delete your old groups. And then you don't have to get a new plan unless you like so many that you want to Hootsuite, and then you'll probably have to get a plan. But I think it's like
up to 3 or what is it?
I think your limit is 3. And then when you try to add the 4th one, it says upgrade your plan or whatever.
Okay.
And cheapest one is like $9.99, but I don't even know how many that gives you. But I'm sure that a lot of those groups that you just pop in and say hi anyway. But like if you've got one like your challenge group that you want to like keep track, keep posting and everything, it's probably best to just delete some old ones and then you don't have to upgrade.
Yeah, I've had to do that before. And actually my assistant, she's having trouble. She was going to Hootsuite my 3-day refresh group for me. And she said it wouldn't let her add my 3-day refresh group. And I only have one group on there. So it's really weird. It was like it wouldn't let her. So I got to get in there and mess around with that to see, which it's fine. I can wing that group. It's 3 days. I can get up and I can, I have my tips that I always share with everybody who does the refresh, all of my customers, and I just save it in my notes. So I can easily copy and paste from my notes and send to them. So I'll upload that into the group and then I will Tammy, you guys are running one, right? You guys are running a refresh. Okay. So Jamie has your group set up. And then I will just probably, I don't know. I really don't know what I'll do because I've never honestly we've ran groups before, but I was usually doing the refresh. So it was easy for me to check in and be like, here's my vanilla fresh and my fruit. And here's my, it was easier to do that. Whereas I'm not going to be doing it this time. So I got to find some stuff that at least, but it's only 3 days and I can figure up something. And there's stuff in the Coach Online office for a template. So, anyways, and then don't forget about Jamie, are you coming to the Christmas party? Jamie Wheel.
Oh, when is that? The 3rd?
It's Saturday.
It's not, I won't be there.
You won't?
Well,
okay.
I don't know.
Okay, this Saturday. I didn't know because you hadn't said anything and I wasn't sure.
Well, yeah, I wanted to.
That's okay. I understand. But if you change your mind.
I just haven't even thought in that direction.
Okay, well, think in that direction.
I'll think in that direction.
Okay. All right.
Hey, what? I had a quick question because I've never done the 3-day refresh, but obviously I'm jumping in this time. Is there any tips I need to know from anybody?
The main thing that I say is just drink your fiber sweep super quick, shake it with ice and water and just use ice. You don't have to, but it makes it colder, and then shake the heck out of it and just chug it. And it smells like Fruit Loops. Like, it's fine. I don't know. Everybody freaks out about it, but I'm like,
bad.
It's not, but now the first time okay, it isn't good. Okay. It's not like, oh my gosh, that was good, but you're freaking hungry for one. I'm not going to lie. You want like a Big Mac, but you're going to have a fiber sweep. That's what you're going to have. And so you drink it down and then you're like, wow, that actually kind of satisfied me for a minute. It's weird. And then with the vanilla fresh.
When I did it the last time, I was not hungry. I was like,
that's good.
Rock and rolling it. I actually didn't mind it whatsoever. I'm that weird one though, but it didn't bother me.
It's not that I'm starving. It's that I'm like, you can't have all this stuff that you've been eating and then you're just feeling like, well, I have nothing to do. Like I can't even eat. And it took me 5 seconds to drink my fiber sweep. And then you're waiting 2 hours before your next like snack. So it's not like brutal, but the first day I did it for the first refresh, I thought I was going to die. Like I had a splitting headache because I was trying to do it the right way. I wasn't going to have coffee. And then I'm like, forget that. I'm drinking coffee every time. I don't care.
I drink coffee.
And you still get good results.
Yeah. And the veggie broth.
You got to have it.
At night.
Oh my gosh, Tabitha, do you remember that night I had my party and I forgot to drink the Fresh at dinner?
Yes.
Oh my God. Don't forget to drink your fiber because that messed me up. Because it was like 10 o'clock at night and I was like messaging Tabitha like, oh my God, should I drink it? And she's like, well, I don't know. I guess if you can get by, if you're not starving right now, just go to bed. Well, I woke up the next morning and I felt like crap for like the rest of the refresh because I was just so out of it.
And remember when I had my Mary Kay party and you came and you were on the 3-day refresh and I had made like buffalo chicken pizza and all this other stuff. And here she is. And she's like, no, guys, I'm fine. And I'm thinking, I feel so terrible right now. Like that was horrible. And I had other stuff too, but everybody's just pigging out because that's what you do. You come there to eat.
Well, that is the zone I need to be in because I keep eating like random junk. And I'm like, okay, you're never going to lose weight. Like freaking Taylor Eldridge has like lost 34 pounds or something. And I'm like, yeah, nope, I still weigh the same I did when I was.
Yes, but.
Well, I guess I didn't gain when I was pregnant, but still, I feel like I should have lost something.
Well,
quit comparing yourself. You look fantastic.
Yes, and you are so super like consistent. That's the thing is like it would be easy just to give up and you have 3 kids and your husband's like always at work in the evenings and it's like, oh my gosh. I don't know how you do it. So I think you're doing
it until Thanksgiving and it's like, okay, I just need to use, today was bad because I was in Springfield, so I ate Panera, which was fine.
Yeah.
You can get healthy stuff at Panera, but it's just a lot of carbs.
Right. Hi, buddy.
Can you have Energize?
On the refresh?
Well, you don't want to work out too much when you're on the refresh.
I wouldn't do the Energize really. I mean, you could. It wouldn't hurt you, but I don't know. I don't know if I would.
I don't drink coffee, and I get migraines, so I use that as my caffeine.
Well, then if that helps you, then I would do it. Don't you think, Carlita? Because I got a terrible headache when I didn't do caffeine.
Yeah, I didn't drink my coffee the first day, and I kind of ended up with a headache, so I had coffee day 2 and 3. So.
But I mean, it's stevia. It's not like you're drinking a bunch of like a sugary drink. So
I wonder if you could even do like half a serving of it.
Do you usually do 1 scoop or 2, Tammy?
I'm supposed to do 2 for my weight, but I only do 1.
Okay, I only do 1. But yeah, I would just do 1 or a little under, maybe like a half, just to kind of give yourself and try it.
I have to have some caffeine, or I'll end up with a major migraine in the evening. If I don't have it by about 3 o'clock, I'm hurt.
Yeah. And I always say add an apple. Like I always say that. I'm like, add an apple because if you feel like you're hungry, an apple and you need something, eat an apple. And like I wouldn't do peanut butter or anything with it, but at least it will and it's not going to throw you off. An apple for 3 apples for the 3 days is not going to throw you off. So just listen to your body. And I think if you just want to make sure your caloric intake is up, is not too low, and same thing, like if someone was breastfeeding, which I wouldn't really recommend it when they're breastfeeding, but if they wanted to, like one girl wanted to do it, but she's trying to get pregnant. So she's like, should I do it? Because she'd had a miscarriage and it's kind of recent. And I'm like, I haven't messaged her back, but I'm like,
honestly, if she's pregnant, I mean, your body is that baby's a parasite. Your body is going to protect the baby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's unsafe, but I just feel like, is it really worth if you're that, like, if she's super scared to death because she is going to be, is it really?
With it. I mean,
but it's totally safe.
Like, it's not going to make miscarry, but at the same time, if I don't know if she's a skinny person already, but
she's just pretty, she's not super thin, but she's she's fine. Like she's pretty.
I just know that throws, it just depends on your.
Right. So that's the only thing I just kind of like, and to work out with it, like it can be too much. You don't want to overdo it. You could do like Pilates or do a workout, but I wouldn't like do hardcore.
I've ever done Pilates.
Huh?
The most I've ever done is Pilates when I'm on a refresh.
I did hammer and chisel. I started hammer and chisel, and I did a 3-day refresh and started hammer and chisel on the same day. But I was fine.
Well, I don't know.
But I mean, I just don't think you want to overdo it,
Because I'll be on my last week of the course.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, eat an apple and see how you do. Work out, eat an apple, do refresh, and see how you do. And if you feel bad, then, make sure you're pushing the fluids and eat something extra, like double up on the veggies. Like you're not going to like mess up with veggies, extra veggies.
Thank you guys for the advice. I've avoided doing the 3-day refresh and kind of got pushed off the cliff this time.
I know. I need to order one just because it's so cheap right now. I need to just have one on hand. So I'm thinking about ordering one just to have, because it's like 40. I think without Shakeology, it's like $40, $41 or something. So that's like as good as you're going to get it. So I'm thinking about ordering one to have on hand. And I've even thought about ordering a couple, because I've had a couple of my friends message me before asking me if I had one. And I'm like, no, I don't, because I don't keep it on hand. But because then you can't get it in time to do it. But so it doesn't hurt to have one on hand anyways. But well, I'll let you guys go tonight. If you have anything else, I don't want to keep you because we've been on for an hour. So hopefully that helped you guys, though. I'm going to upload this into the team page so that anybody else can see it. And hopefully you guys can get your power hour done in the next couple days and maybe get a couple people involved. And even if you get someone involved in the refresh and they don't start till Tuesday, I mean, it's not a big deal. They can start whenever they feel like it. We can leave the group up and running and we would just add them. And we could you would just be there for support, to help them, and we can post in there. So, but yeah, Tammy says Teamsy's awesome. Yes, it is. It really is. So, okay, guys, well, I'll let you go, and we will talk soon. See you guys. Good night. Thank you for jumping on. See ya.